Howdy. We're gonna be starting in about 2 minutes. Gonna give some people the chance to get in. And yes, it's been a while. Good to see you. Ow woo, friends and enemies. Hello everyone. So, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly preface this. This game does deal with severe trauma. The previous route dealt with an alcoholic parent who was physically abusive to the main characters. So, just to give you a taste of one of the types of trauma this game deals with. So, if you are sensitive to certain topics, please scroll away. We are sensitive to certain topics, however, full disclosure, this is Adrian speaking. I am the persecutor of our system. Well, one of two persecutors, actually, but full disclosure, the the adults in my head have screened this game to ensure that I would be able to handle it without any risk of any new alters splitting off. But if you are sensitive to certain topics, again, click away. This game is not for the faint of heart. Um, to respond, I popped in from Narfi's server. I need to invite you to mine. Please do. Please do. I'm trying to reconnect with the community as much as I can. I don't know exactly why, but after I did my server purge, my attempt to rejoin certain servers has been met with getting kicked out again. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't care. Um, the Kira take it harder than I do, but people make their own decisions, and I accept that. So, this route has just started. Um, let's go ahead and look at the logs so I can get into the right mindset here. So, tell me, what would you do if the world came to an end tomorrow? It was a silly conversation starter, nothing more than pointless small talk, to make you appreciate your day just a tiny bit more. After all, no one had seen the world end yet. We'd been repeating this for so long. It was something small and frail we gave our all to protect. A soul that lost even that would just be left here, unable to go anywhere. Nobody paid me any mind, and the river continued to flow. I had always loved winter. It was freezing cold and offered little in the way of colors or vegetation, but for some reason it reminded me of a song from that time, and it would always move me. I made a simple breakfast consisting of nothing but plain toast. The memo hadn't changed for 3 days now. I'm off. I proceeded to lock the door like I always did. When will they come back? And sighed as I looked at my old worn-out key. If only I had someone to have meals with. The descending elevator stopped on the way down. See ya, Haruki. Shot it. Love ya. Me too. What was up with this guy? Why would you French someone while getting on an elevator? I should have mashed the button close to the door. Yeah. I think I misread that. I should have mashed the button to close the door. Okay. Whoa, what? I felt like I was being looked at. Hey, you, Nobody called out to me. I rushed through the open door. That wasn't a good thing to see first thing in the morning. As the irritation made me walk faster, someone messaged me. Huh? Hayato still hasn't made up with her? Man, he's a handful. Alright, fine. I'll contact Yukari for him. Hey, so I was wondering if something happened. Hayato was looking kinda awkward with you. Wow, really? That sounds bad. How about this then? Jojo! Oh, Hayato, what's up? Did you manage to patch things up with her? Yeah, I did. What did you even do? Some kind of magic? I guess you could say that. This ain't much for Big M. I was always good at seeing the subtleties in others, which made me a good mediator between people when they couldn't properly express themselves. This was a wonderful class where everyone got along. I liked it a lot. There's the protagonist from our previous route. We knew they were classmates, so this isn't a surprise, but still. Kokishi's here for the first lesson. I heard he caused more trouble. He glared at me. Hope that doesn't mean I'm his target. You should probably avoid him too, Minato. Well, imagine that. You starting something with them. You don't even remember their names, do you? Here's corn soup. It's cold today, isn't it? I'm impressed you figured out I'd be on the roof. Oh, wait, no, not that voice, hold on. I'm impressed you figured out I'd be on the roof. Well, who else would come up here in the middle of winter? I gave my gruff childhood friend a quick glance as I helped myself to another spoonful of soup. He was disinterestedly leaning against the fence, clutching the warm can in his hand. The sharp look in his eye was enough to put anyone on edge. But when talking to him, anyone would realize that he was just awkward. His name was Kikuchi Ryo, and he was an old close friend of mine. Come on, Ryo, would it kill you to be a little more social? No thanks. It sounds like too much of a hassle anyway. You know, I'm sometimes envious of how you never feel the need to suck up to anyone. Okay. I like that about you. Honestly, I'm terrified to even imagine what it'd be like if someone hated me. It's because you've got lots of friends, unlike me. Ryo gazed at the sky in silence. You should be proud of that. Thanks. Giving a quick breath, I stole a glance at Ryo, who apparently didn't seem to mind the cold all that much. Want to head back in? Sure. Hey, Tojo, come here for a sec. Why are you whispering? Shush, man. I found a good free site yesterday. Ooh, nice thumbnail. Right? Some of the best fat material I've ever seen. I don't really... But you're gonna tell us you're not interested? Are you sure you're a high schooler? It's not that I don't have these urges. It's just that you're being too open about it. Really? I thought that was pretty normal. You really ought to rub one out from time to time. Don't let it build up. I'll do it alone. Don't need to be shy about it, dude. I'm just not cut out for this. I bet Ryo wouldn't talk about these kinds of things. I better find him and have him cheer me up. No one's here. Wait, didn't he say he has his part-time job today? Right. The wind on the roof was strong enough to send a shiver down my spine. Might as well head back. Found you. Huh? Oh no. I looked to the source of the voice and saw a strange-looking boy. Huh? Whoa! I finally found you, Tojo Minato. Me? The boy danced through the air before gracefully landing beside me. I've been wanting to meet you for a long time. Thanks. Where do you live? Are your parents here in the school? I came to see you, Minato. I don't feel like I'm getting through. Actually, how do you even know me? I know you, or I might not. What's that supposed to mean? So talk to me. I want to know more about you. Are you messing around with me? Not at all. I'm quite serious. Alright, what's your name? Mamyia. That fucker again. And this time he's wearing a gas mask instead of a bunny head. Shit. Is that like a butler outfit? I see. I felt a tinge of nostalgia upon hearing his name. Could it have been a result of the peculiarly enigmatic first impression he'd given me? I'm still a little confused, but... well, at least he was cute. Nice to meet you, Mamyia. Wait, huh? He said he wanted to get to know more about me, but now he's gone. Well, whatever. I'm leaving. The moment I went outside, I realized something was off. A group of girls were whispering among each other. Hey, don't you think he's kind of handsome? He looks a bit intimidating, but... hey, you think that bike is his? Tojo, do you know him? What? Our eyes met. Pink hair, earrings, a mod's coat. The man sounded a mocking snort while twirling a cigarette between his fingers. Upon noticing me, the man made a muffled, ridiculing chuckle. Hey there. We met in the elevator. I'm really sorry, but I happen to be in a hurry, so... where's Natsumi? Excuse me? I waited ages for him, but he was a no-show, so I came to pick him up. Anyway, where is he? No longer here. Oh, right. I'd forgotten. It's great that you remembered, but please leave. You're being a bother to... then you come with me instead. For those who are just tuning in, the visual novel starts with the words, Natsumi died. So, this pink-haired gentleman apparently forgot that he had died. Huh. Huh? Why me? Is he someone you know, Tojo? Miss, no, I just... Please tell your friend not to smoke in front of the school. It's clear I'm not wanted. Let's bounce. What? Hey! The stranger ignored my yell and instead pulled me away from the street. What was that all about? The man was so forceful I had no choice but to give in, put on the helmet, and get on the bike. I'd never ridden one before. Huh? This is crazy! And how do you even know Natsumi? Not telling you. What? God, now I'm even more confused. And so we ended up at... a pachinko parlor. You may not have noticed, but I'm underage here. Shut the hell up and get in already. No, I can't just... Look, no one's gonna find it out, and if they start asking questions, I'll scare them off. Huh? As the man opened the door, I found myself overwhelmed by a barrage of ear-splitting sounds. The man next to me went in like he owned the place and sat in front of one of the machines. Play. Huh? Me? Why? Natsumi would play for me every day. He would? Did you also threaten him? He wasn't the type who would do it by himself, but he didn't hate it either. So why don't you just play yourself? Ever heard of beginner's luck? Well, there you go. Now you know what this is all about. Go ahead and pull that switch for me. Had no choice here. I'd just do some pachinko and this weird mods code guy would let me go. What? It's moving so much. What's this about? Whoa, don't stop, man. Keep on pulling. Yeah, just like that. Come on, hell yeah. What? Check this out. We went big time. You rock, man. Yay. The man and I exchanged a couple of high fives and kept jumping around in joy. I had barely made any time to process what had just happened. So what's your name, kid? Tojo. I'm Tojo. Tojo. Gotcha. I'll make sure to remember it. Oh no. I planned for this to be a one-time thing. I'm counting on you, Tojo. After the incident at the pachinko parlor, the man offered to give me a ride home. Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever asked your name. It's more Chica. Anyway, I'll see you around. Oh, but I thought you lived here. Huh? We met in the elevator this morning, remember? The woman I'm seeing lives here, that's all. Anyway, see you around, Tojo. I'm exhausted. Welcome back. Whoa! Where on earth did you come from? Are you troubled somehow? You wouldn't believe. I got dragged into a pachinko place by a guy I never met. I'll kill him. Yo, what? Kid like you shouldn't say stuff like that. I was serious, though. Okay, I get it. Just don't... you want to come in? Mamyia nodded. Sighing, I turned the key in the lock and headed inside. I'm home. Do you live alone? Oh no. I've been a latchkey kid for as long as I can remember. A latchkey kid? Yeah, my parents both work and come back late in the evening. Don't you feel lonely? Huh? Not at all. I could play a lot when I was in elementary and I had after-school activities. I see. That's a relief to hear. I mean, I'm glad you weren't lonely. You're a good kid, Mamyia. That's because I love you. Thanks. Huh? You won't be coming home tonight? Dad, too. I see. No, it's okay. I know your job's more important. Bye. Minato. And I went out of my way to make gyoza and everything. There's no way I could eat them all on my own. Guess I'll just wrap them up and eat them for breakfast tomorrow. Minato. Well, freshly made is obviously the best, but they got work to do. Guess I'll just have to accept it. I'll eat them. What? I want them too. Mamyia enthusiastically suggested that, but... Are you sure you can do it? There's a lot. Quite sure. A ludicrous amount of gyoza lined the table. Following my example, Mamyia dutifully clapped his hands together. Holding his chopsticks with perfect form, he gracefully picked up a piece of gyoza. But how was he planning to eat it? Would I finally be able to see the face behind the gas mask? Mamyia lifted the gyoza to his face. Huh? Which proceeded to simply vanish. Tastes good. Thanks. You can have some more if you want. I urged him to try another one, hoping to confirm whether or not my eyes were playing tricks on me. Maybe I just blinked. This time, I kept my eyes open and... Just like last time, the gyoza disappeared once again. I love gyoza. one thing's for sure. Mamyia continued to be an enigma. Ugh. After eating my fill and stopping Mamyia from joining me in the bath, I went and soaked myself. He seemed to be beyond the glass door. His silhouette appeared on it like a house cat's. Oh, this feels nice. Nothing like a good bath. Are you not tired of living to the tune of others? Huh? Tired? But if I don't do that, I just can't stay calm. I'm not that strong, you know. I doubt I could handle taking on a color that stood out too much. I don't want to be different. It scares me. And I'd rather fake it than be scared. Basically, I can't be like my prideful childhood friend. I lied down in the bath and soaked myself to the neck. I'm scared of going against the flow by myself. If you're scared, I'll protect you. Hey, I told you not to enter the bath. I could sense it before, but Mamyia, this entity. I was the only one who could see him, and he seemed to like me a whole lot. Hey. What are you, anyway? My name is Mamyia. I get that, but you just keep appearing out of nowhere like you know where I'd be. It's to protect you from your enemies at all times. Is that so? This conversation was a bit one-sided. What is this place? A river close to my home? Your expression isn't positive. Do you dislike it? I can't say I like it. It's so black and very noisy when it rains, but I know it well. Even though you don't like it? I know it well because I don't like it. That's just how it is. I see. We stood side by side and watched the river flow. This place was so noisy that I couldn't help but take out my earphones. Minato, what is that? This? It's a cassette tape. A device for listening to music, I know that much. I see, though you can't listen to this anymore. Why is that? Want to try playing it? What an awful song! Listening to it feels like someone's drilling a hole through my brain. That wasn't the song. The tape is just worn out. Well, tapes get worn out over time, and this is what happens if you play one too many times. So what did you originally have on this one? Just an old song I recorded a long time ago. Was it your song? Yes, or rather mine and one other person's. Well, it's not like you can really tell that from the way it sounds now, though. Why do you still keep it around, then? I don't know. Maybe I'm still holding out hope that I'll get to listen to it one day. Even though I know it's stupid. Don't you think so too, Minato? Yeah. Sounds great in theory, but I wonder how realistic it is, or how good it even feels. It's not about whether it feels good, it's about the image of getting your thing between some boobs. That alone satisfies the urge to dominate or something. Sorry, I gotta take this call. It's for my part-time job. Right. I'm so tired. What's wrong, Minato? I thought you were gonna take a call. I just wanted to get out of there. What for? I thought you were of the social kind. I mean, I'm pretty good at getting into the flow of most conversations, but that's the one subject I just can't handle. I shook the fence of the rooftop, making Mamyia, who was standing on it, shake. Like, stuff about condoms or different sex positions. I don't like talking about things like that. It feels vulgar. Am I weird for that? Normal high school boys like that, don't they? Are you not interested in sex, Minato? Well, I am. I mean, I do like girls. I've even dated some. But that's beside the point. I don't like it. Dojo, you free? Not right now. Alright then, let's go. Come on, I don't have the time to waste on you. Look, Hinata's being pulled away by that older guy. We should record it. Ah. What's wrong with you anyway? Do you have too much free time on your hands? Not really. I'm busy gearing up for a battle, actually. Should I spell it out in a way that even a kid like you can understand? No thanks. Just let me off this thing. We're already there, though. A horse racing? Let's go get our tickets. You're amazing, Tojo. I knew I could count on you. I'll never doubt beginner's luck again. High schoolers rule, man. Hello, what's up? You lonely or something? Sure, okay, I'll come over. Tonight, fix up something and wait for me. Bye. Was that your girlfriend? Nah, more like a sex friend, I guess. Whoa. What's with that look? Even you must have had a girlfriend or two. Are you a virgin? I'm not. You were a playboy the moment I saw that pretty little face of yours. Want me to hook you up with some chicks? I know a few that are into cute... I don't need your help. Just get away from me already. Do calm down. Don't touch me. God, ugh. Hey, wait, Tojo, come on, man. As Mr. Morichiko grabbed hold of his stomach and collapsed, I left the venue. A familiar bike caught my eye while passing the parking lot, but I didn't stop to look at it. I found myself surrounded by buildings I didn't know. I continued on with no particular goal in mind, hoping to eventually reach a station. God, I'm so pathetic. Hey, Tojo! You didn't have to come after me. Huh? I ran all the way here. That's the attitude I get? Look, I told you not to touch me. Let's go grab something to eat. I know a good ramen joint nearby. Come. Will you let go of me already? 2 large tonkatsu ramen, please. I'm not serving you anything until you pay your tab, pal. Easy dude, I got the cash right here. I really should be going home now. Hey, don't be like that. Come on, just eat. What's the word for it? I wasn't being considerate back there. I think that most high schoolers would have appreciated that conversation. It's just that I wonder how Natsumi would have reacted. I briefly recalled how he used to be in class. He never stood out, but he didn't really blend into the crowd either. A perfectly neutral classmate, one who is no longer with us. Hey. 2 large servings of tonkatsu ramen coming right up. Go on, dig in before it gets cold. Alright. I didn't have much of an appetite, but ended up trying some of the noodles anyway out of sheer peer pressure. Pretty good stuff, huh? Mr. Morichika flashed a wide grin. Not saying anything back, I slurped the noodles and drank the soup. Phew, that was great. Thank you so much. Feel better yet? The words made me look to the side where I saw the eyes on his smiling face. Man, did I feel childish. You did like it, didn't you? Good, we'll come here next time too. Huh? Got a problem with that? No. I'm not mad anymore. The ramen was delicious. Huh? Okay. I never really talked to him about that kind of stuff. Natsumi, I mean. Now that I think about it, I don't actually remember what we used to talk about. Weren't you close friends, though? I mean, you did go to pachinko parlors together. Well, it was more like Natsumi was just kind of there. It felt natural to have him around, you know? But there was a feeling in the back of my mind telling me there was something off about him. I knew what he meant. I did talk to Natsumi a bunch of times, but it was all idle chatter. He was like mist, intangible, impossible to grasp. He just was, like something to be taken for granted. Thank you, Mr. Morichika. I think I'll be fine on my own from here. Just Morichika's fine. What? But you're so much older than me. That's what Natsumi called me too. Then Morichika. Cool. After this exchange, I stopped being bothered whenever he came to the school gates. He always took me to gamble, but then he made up for it with a nice meal. I felt that he was kind of lonely. The hole left by Natsumi was so cold he couldn't bear it. And eventually we got close enough to hang out on our free days. Hey dude. Hello. You gonna get on? Well... Morichika brought me somewhere other than a gambling parlor for a change. He stopped at a random park and sat down on a nearby bench, just enjoying the dry chill of the wind. The hell you got that sketchbook for? I have some homework to do for art class, so... Morichika had a quick peek at my work as I desperately tried to keep the lines straight. Hey, don't look. Oh, I see, you're drawing a potato. It's a self-portrait, actually. After a few moments of silence, Morichika burst into laughter. A self-portrait? This is a guy? That's an eye? Not a sprout? Ow, my stomach. You're gonna kill me, damn it. Come on, you're being extremely rude, you know that? Sure, I may not be the best artist around, but... I can't even look at that. Morichika crouched down, trying desperately to catch his breath. You try it. You think you could do better? Huh? You mean you'd have to look pretty hard to find someone worse than you? Then try drawing something. Here you go. Man, what a pain. Mm-hmm. Fine, whatever. Taking my sketchbook and pencil, Morichika started silently scribbling something onto the page. I did my best to telegraph to him that I'd absolutely make fun of his drawing if it turned out to be worse than mine. He waved me away, indicating I was getting in his way. Here you go. Okay, let's see if you're fit to critique the work of others. Like I just scribbled some random crap. Don't expect to be the Mona Lisa or anything. Hey, it's too late for modesty now. I'll make sure to. I stopped mid-sentence as I looked down at the page. See? Told you not to expect much. Morichika. What? This is amazing. Can you draw more? Huh? Why'd you never tell me you were this talented? I really don't think it's good enough to brag about. You think so? But still. What? Well, it's just that... What? Well, ain't it normal to not be able to draw your own face? Huh? Why's that? Well, the face you see in the mirror isn't the face other people see. I could tell he was talking about a modeling kind of thing. But I wanted him to say something that would make me feel better. I guess everyone's different. You just change the angle and the person looks nothing like before. Ain't that obvious? Your face ain't something that can't be settled in just one piece. His words touched me like few things could. Morichika. Resolving myself, I took in the cold air. Couldn't talk about it here, though. At a place with others around, I could only present the side of me that wouldn't stand out. But I want you to know. The core of me that I didn't want anyone to deny. You want to go to school? There's a roof. I like going there a lot. Not many people around. I felt most at ease at. Are you dumb? I'm not a student. I can't go there. Oh. The smile on his face made me snap out of it and hang my head. He was right. I felt embarrassed for rushing to be understood the way I did. Instead, he cracked a full smile and looked right at me. Let me take you to a place I like. Morachika opened the door, and my senses were immediately overwhelmed by loud up-tempo music. Colorful lasers danced all over the place, blinding me like a mole. Is this... Did you just bring me to a club? What, never been to one before? What am I even supposed to do here? Just enjoy yourself, man. Haruki, it's been ages! Out of nowhere, a girl in a skimpy outfit interrupted our conversation and flew into Morachika's arms. Her sinuous motions made me gulp. Morachika? Huh? Morachika? I had completely lost sight of Morachika in the crowd. Enjoy myself? How? All around me, young men and women were shaking their bodies to the rhythm of the music. However, I felt too overwhelmed to actually join them and ended up gravitating toward the corner of the room. I felt like I'd wandered into another world. Here you go. Oh, thanks. She was offering me a paper cup. Taken in by her smile, I drew the cup to my lips. Look, is this alcohol? Of course it is. I'm underage. Me too, I'm 15, but everyone else is doing it. Besides, it tastes nice. The pink liquid was like a mild and sweet juice. Well, it does taste pretty good. Hearing me agree, the girl let out a chuckle. She then took a long, hard look at my face. Wow, you're pretty handsome. Huh? Really? Maybe it's just me, but her eyes look kind of dewy. Pink and cyan colors illuminated her slender nape. You too? Just like that, a girl below my age ended up drawing me into the unknown world of adults. Her glossy lips pressed against the edge of her cup. My heart skipped a beat as I watched the alcohol slowly trickle into her tiny mouth. What's your name? Minato? Minato, wow, your name sounds cool. Is this your first time here? Yeah. A friend brought me along, but I had no idea what to do in here. Well, that's easy, you just go with the flow of the rhythm. And occasionally hit up a few strangers for a quick chat. Like you did with me? Well, aren't you having fun? Well, talking to you is pretty fun. You're so cute. Huh? Hey, want to visit this place and go somewhere else, just the two of us? What? The girl pulled me out of the corner. As we made our way through the dancing crowd, we caught a brief glimpse of Morachika kissing that girl from earlier. As we stepped outside, I allowed my lungs to be filled by the chilly air of the streets. Compared to what it was like inside the club, the difference was day and night. Hey, hold up a second. Minato. As the girl kept tugging on my arm, I ended up losing my balance. Before my brain could process what was happening, I felt something warm and heavy pressed down on me. An empty back alley. Dragging to some deserted alleyway, I ended up making out with a 15-year-old girl I didn't even know. The taste of the alcoholic drink I had earlier spread across my mouth. Hey! The alcohol had begun to do its job. I felt my consciousness waver. A sudden metallic sound jolted me back to reality. What are you doing? You don't want it. I mean, we just met. I don't even know you. We'll have time for that later. The girl didn't stop. Stop! Time appeared to grind to a halt and I blacked out. A familiar ceiling. Hands touching me. Unfamiliar emotions. Nausea. The sensation of alien flesh. Stop it. My body twisted and contorted by itself. An indescribable shudder rose from the pit of my stomach, paralyzing me. No. Someone... Minato! I looked up and saw Mamyia looking down from the roof above. Seeing him finally brought me back to my senses. Minato? I'm sorry. I pushed the girl away and ran. I could hear her call out my name. But I didn't stop. I continued running, not caring where I'd end up. It wasn't her fault. None of this was. She sure was cute. Hell, she was just my type. And yet I'm so pathetic. Supported by Mamyia, I went back home. My head was throbbing. I felt like someone had just punched me in the face, and it was probably the alcohol. Oh, the memo had changed. My parents had seemingly come home, but then left again before I arrived. Inside, I found a couple packs of instant food on the table. My parents most likely left them so I'd have something to eat for dinner. I felt entirely too tired to even consider eating. Instead, I headed straight to bed. Before I could reach my room, though, my phone rang. Feeling suspicious, I walked over and gave the display a glance. It was more Chica. Hello? How'd it go? How did what go? Saw you leave the club with a girl. Sorry, forgot about it. It sounds like you got turned down. Well, don't let it get to you. You'd have to be like me to get lucky on your first try. It all boils down to experience. Don't take it too hard, kid. Instead, I was simply reminded of my own critical shortcomings. I gotta go. I need to go to bed. Huh? Hey, wait. I hung up without letting him finish. Feeling thoroughly drained, I collapsed onto the sofa, and my consciousness quickly faded away. Tojo, you spacing out? Yeah, I couldn't get much sleep last night. Minato, you don't want it? I wanted to forget about yesterday. It was a chapter of miserable youth we were all destined to experience sometime. It's okay. You'll feel better when you see what we got for you today. My classmates were so supportive. Thanks. It's that live comedy show, right? Take a look. Kind of thing you'd want to watch on a big TV while your parents are out. As the two were grinning wide, their faces seemed weird. It's not quite what you'd think. Didn't understand what they had meant. The video they showed me displayed a lone woman. Huh? This doesn't seem like a stand-up show. As I kept comparing what they were showing me and the package they'd brought, I found myself only more perplexed. The woman on the screen had taken off her clothes. You serious? Surprise! The two flashed innocent smirks. It's just for you, dude. You didn't notice at the start, Tojo? You've never seen porn before? It's cool. Some people are bloom later than others. But in this world, there was air you could safely breathe and air that was just plain toxic. Whoa. The woman on the screen had her mouth open wide. I heard the sounds of colliding flesh and the vulgar dripping of fluids. Not bad, huh? Enough to make even a late bloomer blush. Tojo? Minato? Come to me. My breathing picked up speed, and I felt a prickling pain behind my eyes. The sky glimmered. I just needed to pretend I was fine, like everyone else around me. I had an uncanny fever coiled around my body like a vicious snake. Stop it now. Someone, anyone. Is there nobody who could understand why I feel like this? Or is everyone in the damn world huffing rose-tinted toxins? Hey Tojo, you okay? I could feel it filling the room, the toxic vapors. I need something to ventilate with. Mamyia! Help me, Mamyia! I cowered and screamed. Minato! The dauntless white-gloved hand he thrust out toward me. I felt as though I was being pulled by it now. I charged forward and opened the double-glazed window of my room. Listen, Minato. Breathe deep, breathe slow. I followed Mamyia's instructions, feeling the fresh air fill my lungs. I could breathe. I was okay. Why did you open the closet? Huh? I turned around after my classmate's voice had snapped me back to reality. You just ran there, and what's with that? I just feel a little sick, and feeling fabric against my hand, I looked down. I I blinked, I was holding a woman's dress. What was that? Hadn't I opened the window? Oh, I think I get it. I'm standing in the middle of my room, right in front of the closet. Here to that kind of thing, Tojo. The classmate forced an awkward chuckle, trying desperately to read the mood. Sorry, I guess. Good morning, every... Oh, I was instantly glued to me the instant I walked in. Huh? Confused, I went to my desk. What I saw on it. A bunch of photos that made my blood freeze in my veins. One picture showed me in a skimpy swimsuit. Another had me pushing up my breasts in a sensual manner. There was even a photo with me spreading my legs wide apart. I have to get rid of them quickly. I tried tearing them off, but my hands were shaking too much. I tried scratching the transparent photos off my nails, but they broke before I could reach. Class went on uninterrupted, with all the other students remaining thoroughly indifferent to my desperate struggles. Then again, even if I did manage to get rid of the photos, there was no way I could actually pay attention to that teacher, not after this. The very thought of having to sit in one place for a whole hour without saying anything felt like borderline torture. Even in this very moment, there were people texting mean things about me. Others no doubt snickered as they watched me panic. They completely rejected everything that made me who I was.
Something here is strange.
I'm not like the others. It was all a dream. I could feel my heart jackhammering in my chest. Fattened beads of sweat trickled down my forehead. It's still 3 in the morning. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be awake at a time like this. Feeling like the dream would continue, I couldn't bring myself to sleep. Even though it was December, I could hear the rain pattering against the windows. It felt almost like someone was telling me I had nowhere to run. I checked my phone and noticed that I missed a bunch of calls from Mora Chica. I'm way too scared of being hurt anymore. While the rest of the world was fast asleep, I sat there in the darkness clutching my phone. The classmates were the same as ever. The fear spawned by my delusions wasn't real, but... Hey Tojo, after school's out? Sorry. Is it me or is he acting weird today? Oh, you didn't see the message yesterday? It was a pretty shocking sight to Tojo. I'd never had a bad encounter with him before. I'm kind of disappointed. The moment classes were over, I rushed to the bathroom. I wanted to be alone. It didn't matter where. I slipped into a toilet stall and waited for my breathing to even out. It's okay. I'm fine. Gotta keep this up. Can't allow myself to cry. I mean, I'm a guy. When I relaxed, I slowly opened the door to the stall. Finding no one in the room, I heaved a huge sigh and turned the relief. I ran cold water over my hands which helped further soothe my nerves. I'd always believed I was jinxed. Even now I clung desperately to that idea. My eyes met my reflections. The face was so tired that it didn't look like myself. Turning off the tap, I left out a self-deriding chuckle. But just as I was about to leave, you still haven't given up yet? I turned around but saw no one else in the room with me. My forehead moistened with sweat as a familiar laugh rang out all around me. I attempted to flee, but... This guy again. Hey there, Minato. All of a sudden, my reflection leaned out of the mirror with a twisted smile. What? Why am I... Well, that's uncalled for. It's the other way around, Minato. You look like me. A strange being addressed me in a tone that sounded both masculine and feminine. Their voice filled my ears. You're putting yourself in a half-assed position as usual. Even after all that's happened. I felt like I was drowning in some strange membrane. I was scared. No matter how much I tried to scream and cry, the waves drowned everything out. I was scared. Terrified beyond words. You're a man. Stop it. Minato? Huh? Rio? You okay? What do you mean? You were lying on the floor. Maybe it's anemia. I only ate convenience store food for a while, so maybe it's a nutrient deficiency? Minato. By the way, is Midori doing good? Did she grow any taller? She did. A little bit. They say girls grow up fast. She might get a boyfriend before you know it. Come on, don't give me that face. Anyway, I gotta go now. See ya. Minato, hold on. Rio. The roof had yet to dry up after yesterday's heavy rainfall. I felt my cardigan absorb some moisture as I leaned against the fence. Couldn't reveal it to anyone. I didn't want to reveal any more of myself to other people. I'd only end up getting hurt. My lips were trembling and had grown purple from the cold, but that didn't stop me from touching them to the metal railing. My brain could no longer process anything in this cold. I can't take this anymore. My shoulders felt heavy. The air was torturously cold. And yet I couldn't muster the strength to move away. I ended up coming all the way here without even realizing it. This place is supposedly abhorred. The sound of the river felt almost deafening to my ears. It was no doubt the result of yesterday's rain. The river carried all sorts of dirt and mud along with it. Even the water level had risen. I lived in the town where this river flowed. Minato. You, son, must have known this all along. They would not accept you as you truly are. I know. That's why I always tried to play along. Let out a shout without realizing it. But Mamyia showed no fear and came closer. The dirty river was flowing still. Do you fear what has been fully blended? What do you mean? What do you mean? Is it about this river I hate, or what do you think? Come on, stop that. I don't get all this complicated stuff. Do not avoid this. Mamyia grabbed my shoulder to prevent me from escaping. In that case, what if you didn't have to be just a man? Straightforward words. This child had always been like this. But I am a guy. From top to bottom. I was born with this body. And what if you could just stop being a man even though you have but one body? Well... sounds like a good future. Sounds like a good future, what I'm kind of jealous of. I'm talking not of the future, but the present. Give it 5 years or more, and it may just be like that. But it's not now. It's the Heisei era. There aren't people who can make such distinctions. You care so much about what others think? Does that also come from your body? Who knows? Silence continued for a while. Minato, you do not have to fear anything. I love you. And I guess this love is supposed to calm me down. I get it. I went crazy and you're a delusion I created. Love from a delusion just makes me feel empty. I am no delusion. Yes, you are. No, I am not. I love you and would do anything for your sake. Those words made the blood rush into my head. You love me. You'd do anything for me. You didn't even help me. Don't make me laugh. You've never done anything for me. You didn't help me once. Minato. Try and fix this then. I took out the cassette tape. Let me listen to the song one more time. You can't do it, can you? And it's all because you're a convenient day. Very well. Let's change. Promise to blend with me and become Mamyia. Huh? There's no way I can... When it all blends together, move the conductor's baton. Something within the muddy stream began to move. It becomes indistinguishable. The walls of water met and canceled out the unpleasant sound. There is now order and command. Is this Mamyia's power? Take things that are hard to understand and unacceptable for the masses and elevate them to an art form? You become one with this. The ever-approaching nightmare enveloped me as gently as a dream. I tried taking a step back, but the fluid surrounding me made it impossible to move. I will fix the cassette tape. If everything stopped being so noisy. Become one. If it can be without difference, if there's no need to compare. If I can become one sound among the masses just as I am. I gripped the cassette tape harder. I want to become one. I realized I was crying. The frail small hands covered in white gloves moved. I was holding a conductor's baton. I heard light tapping on the cassette tape. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. It is fixed. You're joking. If you think I am, then test it. Took a deep breath and put the tape in the recorder. Not fully convinced, I put the earphones in my ears and pressed play. Huh? How? It's working, Mamyia. My words were cut short. Mamyia had pulled me into his embrace and began gently stroking my back. The movement of his hand was precise and rhythmic, like that of a metronome. Then it hit me. I had once known this gentle one. Mamyia. It continued to flow, being noisy as ever. I'm here for you. Dark clouds hung heavy in the sky. You can rely on me. Minata. No noise could reach me. It felt as if me and Momo alone were right in this world. My heart was full of heavy feelings. What finally rose from the depths of my throat was a sob. Mamyia continued rhythmically stroking my back. I love you. From the recorder, I heard a silent song. It was a song I'd casually recorded with someone I loved dearly a long time ago. He was good at music and had created this on the spot. The boyish soprano was sometimes accompanied by the low voice of a man. I wanted to hear this for so long. A cold winter's night, withered leaves falling behind the window. I stood on the sofa and sang this into the familiar recorder. I wasn't that good at singing, so I was a bit bashful about it. It still made me happy. I had fun. The boy's voice coming through the earphones actually sounded a lot better than I had remembered. I began mouthing the words alongside it. I could sing it all. Even after all these years, the lyrics had remained fresh in my mind. I was responsible for the chorus in the middle. That gentle low voice I'd imagined time and again in my mind. I loved how it turned slightly higher pitched whenever he sang. Just from the music alone, I could tell our eyes had met. This was the single most important thing in my life, something I would treasure until the day I died. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm always with you. I will always be your ally. Standing in the middle of the bridge, I locked in a tight embrace. After that, I ended up replaying the song more times than I could count. Calm down. Calm down. As soon as it ended, I rewound the tape and played it again from the beginning. The magical cassette tape held my undivided attention. I was completely enraptured. I knew that if I stopped paying attention to it, I wouldn't be able to hold it together. Oh, you going home already? Midori turned away from the 5 o'clock children's program to give me a brief look. On TV, a group of cheerful cartoon characters were singing a song. The memory of watching something similar during my childhood filled me with an odd sense of relief. I'm sorry, Midori. You should at least stay for dinner. I do appreciate the sentiment. It's definitely hard to say no to your cooking, but I actually have something planned, so... Let me see. See you later, Minato. You can come over whenever you feel like it. Thanks, Rio. And Midori, too. You look so happy. Yeah, smile suits him way better anyway. Makes me happy when he's happy. Me too, Midori. I'm back, Mamyia. Welcome home, Minato. Just give me a moment. I'll pick something up for dinner right away. You literally just stepped through the door. At least take the time to catch your breath. No way I wouldn't try my cooking as soon as possible. Kept my earphones on when I walked into the classroom. It made me indifferent to everyone's looks. I could focus on the music and nothing else. Mamyia was protecting me. The cassette tape felt oddly warm to the touch. Hey. Take those damn things out. Come with me. You can have this. Morchika gave me some warm cocoa. Kept one eye on me while gulping down his coffee. The hell happened to you, man? Come on, talk to me. I'm sorry. I'm not blaming you for anything. Can I just drink this cocoa? Sure. Cutting into Morchika's sentence, I drew the cup of warm cocoa to my lips. The taste was difficult to tell. I slowly looked to the side, my gaze met his. He widened his eyes, but waited for me to speak first. Morchika, I'd like to ask you a favor. He actually smiled for once, as if he was trying his best to be considerate. Averting my gaze, I went on in a low voice. Introduce me to some girls. Oh, sure, no problem. Is that all? Relax, it'll go easy, especially for you. I know a babe or two that'd kill for. That's not what I meant. I want a girl who would become sex friends with me. You said earlier you knew a girl that was into guys like me. Hold up a second, Tojo. I mean, we'd just be fooling around, you know? Everyone does it these days. Sorry, but I can't do it. Why? Because you're acting weird. What's so weird about me? The rise of my voice startled a few nearby pigeons. The sound of their flapping wings as they fled interrupted us for a few moments. I can do it, so... have sex. I want to have sex. Tojo. I can do it. I won't puke. Calm down, man. I've got to prove it. I mean, I'm a guy. I can do it. I hung my head. My legs finally gave out, sending me to my knees. Morchika didn't say a thing. Suddenly felt something cold in his back of my neck. Again, the snow. Gently falling snowflakes draped our surroundings with a thin layer of black. I regret it. Morchika's face descended upon me alone in the snow. It sounded hoarse. It was like he was angry or about to cry. I don't care. I need this. The falling snow enveloped me. What was I trying to prove here? To who? What on earth was I fighting against? My entire body was a mess. I could barely recognize myself. It made me wish that everything had ended on that snowy day. Things would have been easier that way. Ever since then, I had cut off all contact with Morchika. Stopped answering his calls and even blocked him on my phone. It'd be another day of my parents not coming home from work. I holed myself up in my
Something
room,
here
so
was
shut the curtains and
strange.
listened to the cassette tape.
I felt
It was all I did. The water came to a boil. The snow rumble reminded me of the sound of an earthquake. That river, so despised.
I've never known what's good for me.
Kept punching the wall over and over again. My lips had long since lost all of its color from the amount of times I bit into them. You sure are good at noticing the things around you, aren't you? Hell, why are you so blind to it all? I'm not perceptive. It's this world that's too much of a mess. You don't have to be sensitive to want to run away from here. Hardness of the floor. I lay in the depths of the antlion's nest. The smell of dead fish. A place where my heart could feel at peace. I felt sleepy. Nothing had changed. I couldn't remember my mother's scent or my dad's height anymore. Did it. I finally did it. This should be enough, right? This is gonna be cheese. I kept repeating it. I wondered to myself almost like in a state of delirium, as if nothing had happened. I knew I would fall apart otherwise, and I would no longer be able to maintain this delicate balance. I couldn't protect that simple, mundane love. Couldn't protect myself. Mamyia, what would you do if the world came to an end tomorrow? It was a silly conversation starter, nothing more than pointless small talk. Most would eat their favorite food, buy all the things they'd ever wanted, and spend a usual day with their families. It was only meant to make you realize what truly mattered in life, to make you appreciate your day just a tiny bit more. After all, no one had seen the world end yet. The music continued to play, like a flowing river. I felt like happiness had slipped through my fingers. Every new breath I drew was shorter than the last. Mamyia. Yes? Are you there? I am. You really did stay by my side until the very end. You supported me when no one else did, just like you promised. Are you done? Just a little more. I will listen to it for just a while longer. Filled up the bathtub while the song continued to play. Started humming it by instinct. Kept on repeating it over and over again. It was a tiny, delicate thing that I desperately tried to protect. I had been broken away from even that. My soul now lingered in limbo with nowhere to go. The tape continued to play its joyful melody. From a time when you still couldn't tell if I was a boy or a girl. I wanted to meet that old self of mine one last time. And once I did, I'd feel content. Thank you, Mamyia. I'm satisfied. I was boy enough, wasn't I? You were. You became what you always wanted to be. I did. It's all fine then. Let us go now, Minato. To the infinite Trikilocosm, where Mamyia awaits. And so, with no one around to pay me even the slightest bit of attention, the river continued to flow uninterrupted like it had done every day. Inside the dimly lit bathroom, Tojo Minato's face looked beyond peaceful, yet in sharp contrast with his expression. The blood gushing from his wrists painted the water a menacing hue of crimson. I picked up the cassette tape by the bathtub and put on the earphones. After rewinding the tape until it clicked, I finally pressed the play button. What I heard was a distorted mess of noises, hardly even deserving to be called a song. Tojo Minato. Why? You weren't supposed to die. Once more, I'll go to the church again. I won't give up. took a seat deeper in. I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. Go ahead. I kept gazing at the flowers far ahead while waiting for the ceremony to begin. Everyone around me muttered prayers in remembrance of Natsume. A hymn played as the coffin was carried forward. Hearing the priest talk, all I could think about was its contents. A while later, the service began in earnest, accompanied by organ music. The attendees stood up and brought flowers to the coffin. The student with darker skin approached it next. I think nothing of it. I ignored him as I would every other attendee and maintained my silence. A black-haired student with a mole under his eye walked towards the coffin. I think nothing of it. I ignored him as I would every other attendee and maintained my silence. Ruffling his pinkish hair, a man with an intense look on his face stepped forward. I'm curious. Finding myself somewhat curious about him, I decided to follow him with my gaze. He approached the coffin with a rough, unsteady gait, but the way he took the white flowers was anything but that. His hair covered most of his face, preventing me from discerning his expression. In contrast to his earlier demeanor, there was a certain melancholy in the way he placed down his flowers. I was left in awe by that strange, uncanny imbalance. The coffin was approached by a tall boy in a school uniform. I think nothing of it. I ignored him as I would every other attendee and maintained my silence. Once all the attendees had set their flowers, the funeral came to a close with a few words addressed to the bereaved family. Surrounded by people leaving the hall, I casually look around. No one caught my attention. I chose to aimlessly wander and look around. You were singing a hymn, weren't you? Yeah. I'm embarrassed to admit that I tried joining in as well, but couldn't really sing it all. So what? I only sang because I could. So you're not a student, are you? What was your relationship with Natsume? He was an old acquaintance. When we were brats, he often got me to play with him after mass. Shit. He eventually just stopped showing up, and that was that. I did meet him once after I grew up, though. He looked as naive as he always, and had that same goofy grin plastered all over his face. Honestly, never thought I'd end up outliving him. Never expected I'd be the one left behind. Damn it. Don't fucking die before me. Alright. Morishika Haruki's route. We'll start that next time. Let's check to see if anybody from my raid list is available. Let's... Looks like nobody from my raid list is currently available to raid. So we'll just call it here tonight. We'll pick it up tomorrow evening. Probably gonna be at work until really late tomorrow. So I'm guessing, let's say, around 9 Eastern. Yeah. That'd be 8 my time. But before we go, I would like to do a breakdown of what was going on. The way I interpreted that route is that Minato is non binary of some variety, but is afraid to express it. That's just my read. As a non binary person who has been through something very, very similar, yeah. Kira is patting me on the head, telling me that he's glad that I got through this route without any severe, lasting additional trauma being added. Um, I'm glad the rest of me screened this ahead of time and was able to warn me that there was some amount of this here. I didn't expect it to be in my second route, obviously, but hey. With that, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, everyone exempt, everyone floating violently between the extremes, be safe, be well, and have a good night.